This is Cortez, Florida. It looks and feels pretty much the same as it did when I was a boy, spending my summers here. Most of the 500 or so people who live in this village on Sarasota Bay, about 7 miles west of Bradenton, make their living from the sea, and have for the past 100 years.
My name is Ben Green, and this is my favorite place in the world. Cortez is home for my family. My Uncle Pig's fish house is behind us, and my grandma's house is across the street, and this is where I spent every summer as a kid. The day school was out, we'd jump in the car and drive to Cortez, and I'd spend the whole summer working on my grandpa's fishing boat. There are a lot of great memories for me here, but 5 years ago, I wasn't sure if Cortez was going to make it. The twin plagues of the Florida coastline, high-rise condos and drug smugglers, were threatening to wipe out this way of life. But Cortez survived.
In 1889, Captain Billy Fulford and his brothers Nate and Sanders, all fishermen from coastal North Carolina, settled in Hunters Point, what is now Cortez. So did Captain Jim Guthrie and Charlie Jones. The early days of the village are chronicled in the photo albums and scrapbooks of Doris Tootle Green, the resident historian of Cortez.
My father and your great-grandfather, my grandfather, and Augustine Willis and the Joneses, that's representative of some of the older families who were first settlers here. But it's just amazing. Look at the length of those nets and
Right.
how many.
Out there, he's got a mending needle.
What a job it must have been to work every day after they came in to spread those things and lime them and repair them for the next day's work.
Smiley was telling us the other day they spent more time really working on the nets probably than they did out fishing.
And Saturday, too. That Saturday was just a work day. Sunday was about the only day that they didn't work. These are very nice pictures from the waterfront before it was all totally destroyed.
So these were all before the storm, the 21 storm?
Oh, yes, yes. This was way, way back before then.
Maybe the best place to really learn about the town's fishing tradition is down at the docks, where veteran fishermen still meet to talk about old times. Fishermen like Gene Fulford, Marvin Carver, and Smiley Guthrie.
How long would y'all stay out? You'd go up in the middle of the night or wherever you left to play the tides, right? But how long would you usually stay out?
Well, in the middle of the summer, we'd go over here to Mullet Key, over around Petersburg, and we'd stay in them islands over there and live on one of these here boats about 25, 30 foot long. Live a whole week, most of us would. One guy, he'd bring the fish home during the day, and the rest of us, some of us, would be over there fishing, and we'd stay over our week without any bath or anything. And salt water on you, and you know, you appreciate a good bath when you got where you have one.
So when you got home from fishing after being out all day, what'd you have to do when you got home?
Put the nets on the spread and get your needle out and start mending.
And how long would you end up doing that?
It's according to how long that net was tore up. If you could bet it, say you go out and fish all night long and you go home and eat, come right back, start mending. Then whenever you mend your net, then you go take your nap. But you mended that net before you took your nap. That's some of it fished.
Well, you had to keep the nets mended. If you didn't, in 2 or 3 weeks, they'd be tore out of the line, just about completely gone.
And one of them little old cotton nets cost $35 to $40 for the webbing. Of course, they use that same quartz and leads over and over and over till it fall off the line.
It takes a long time to learn fishing. A lot of people think that a fisherman's dumb, but he's got to be pretty smart. You've got to learn all kind of the tides and the weather and everything has an effect on everything. There's just a lot to it.
Well, like us three here now, ain't no place in this Sarasota Bay or Palmasola or Tercea, anywhere around here in 4 or 5 miles or 10 miles before that goes, that we don't know where every pothole is, every deep water place and everything else, that we know. And these fish uses that same bottom over and over again. And I think fishing, though, is kind of like a guy that really likes to play poker.
Same thing.
You can take a guy, you know, that really likes to play poker. He wants to He wants to play every chance he gets, you know, and stay with it. That's the way a fisherman is. You get it in your blood and you just, you know, you're not satisfied doing anything else.